Welcome one, welcome all, welcome to Shards of the Stars. I am Bridger, and today, Shards of is taking a look at Stellaris. This is a series where I take a long-form game like Civilization or Stellaris that normally takes dozens of hours to complete, and I wrap it all up a lot shorter by cutting out the boring parts and leaving in only the interesting and dramatic moments. So, why don't we get to it? Here we are. I have created myself a custom nation, empire, whatever you want to call it, based loosely on the Roman Republic. I was thinking about making a more Federation-based one this time, but I changed my mind. I decided to go back with this because this is much more fun to conquer with. Anyway, I'm using the new Banks patch and, of course, the new Utopia expansion. So we got a brand new build here of how the government's ethics are built. We went with authoritarian. And that helps us move our pops around more easily. We've also got xenophobe, which, of course, you know, if they're Romans, they're going to think they're superior to other things. Yes, indeed. And militarist, which gives us a little bit bonus at everything military. So there's that. And cutthroat politics is one of our, what do they even call these? Traditions or something, not traditions, but the other options that we get to pick here. Meritocracy gives us stronger, better leaders, and they are a meritocracy, and they make their way to the top through cutthroat politics, which sounds a lot like ancient Rome to me. They are, of course, natural engineers from a genetic perspective. They're very good at building, you know, arches and aqueducts, so I figured that would carry on into the 23rd century. And they're agrarian. They have a lot of good food production. They have a society that's stratified, that has sort of a caste system where you have a bunch of people working on farms and production, and then you have the higher oligarchic society that's fighting the families, the strong families of Rome. I felt that this sort of overall kind of fit. And of course we start with nuclear missiles because nuclear missiles are just, they're freaking missiles. That's awesome. And wormhole travel because the roads of Rome. All right, let's move forward. We are eligible for achievements. We're doing a large galaxy with inner stars, spiral arm, AI gravitas. We have everything else pretty much on default. And we hit play and see where we wind up. All right, well, we started off in a pretty decent situation, of course, because we started with Sol. We have Alpha Centauri and Sirius and some other familiar names around us, but they are, of course, randomly generated, except for Sol itself has the same types and names of the planets there. But, of course, the anomalies and things that can happen in Sol are random. So we've got a potentially habitable world at Alpha Centauri and Sirius, so that's probably going to be our first expansion points very quickly, unless we find a very good one somewhere else. And with that, let's take a look at what we have as options for research. Our physics research could get us solar panels, which are not really necessary in the early game unless we have a very, very low amount of energy credits. Gravitic sensors seems like a very good one early game. It increases the sensor range of all of our ships and survey speed, which there's a lot of stuff to survey in the early game, so I'm going to go with that. And now we have, I normally used to see the colonial ship as an option in this society research, but it is now default on everybody. Everybody gets it. Growth time, since it's the very beginning of the game, this is going to help us get colonies faster. That doesn't seem like a bad idea at all, and it's the biological path, so let's take that. And lastly, we've got this guy. He's maniacal, just a plus 5% research. We got a spark of genius here. And let's see, fusion missiles seems like a good idea, but I think mining network is going to be my first pick because, man, minerals are really hard to come by at the beginning of the game, and getting the ability to unlock... Oh, wait a minute, mining network... Yeah, this is mining network 2. Yeah, mining network will increase the amount of minerals we can get from our planets themselves. So that is what we're going to go with for our research, and we're going to just set off into the universe and see what happens. Oh no, if only we had comet sense. Oh wait, we do have comet sense. We gained some unity. This actually does something in this patch. That's interesting. In previous patches, it would just jokingly give you stability, because every time a comet is sighted in EU4, it generally gives you 1,000 options, and all of them reduce your stability. So, there you go. We found some unity. That's going to get us to use the new traditions system in this patch. I'm very excited to play through that. And we found an abandoned amusement park on Mercury? Seems to be a playground or amusement park of some sort. Many of the contraptions are highly complex creations that we can learn much from. Wow, that's a fantastic find. That's a lot of research in the early game. This must have been a cutting-edge sensor array or a gigantic art installation. It's one of those two things. We don't know. All right. Mostly like a place where you would take your young and let them amuse themselves. All right. Well, Mercury also, 4 minerals is amazing. That's a great early find. Mercury is my new favorite place in this solar system. Oh, man. I think this is a consistent anomaly, or maybe just one that has a high likelihood to appear on Mars, because Mars is now a terraforming candidate. When we unlock terraforming technology, we might be able to use it to terraform Mars. That's pretty awesome. I love that piece to this particular puzzle. And you know what I just noticed? Our science officer has the most amazing trait, archaeologist. Anomaly research speed plus 50% and fail risk minus 25%. That is like the best thing to get on a starting ship science officer. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I love it. It's the best, and I wish her long, long years of health. From age 30, she's going to give us another 40 years. Just you wait. Holy crap, ladies and gentlemen, we discovered some weird alien space station in the nearby star of Ladelicon. So that is concerning, but no worries. We'll get our scientists on top of that and make sure we find out what's going on over there. All right, so before when I said no worries, what I meant was, oh crap, worry a lot, because now we're suddenly getting attacked by this thing, and it's 25 days until our fleet can jump out. I don't think they're gonna make it that long against whatever this is over here. Run away! No! Oh boy. Yep. Don't think our first exploratory fleet is going to survive this. Well, this is the price you pay for exploring. Sometimes sacrifices have to be made, and it is sad. Huh. So, Ceres, the largest asteroid in the asteroid belt, if I remember correctly, has apparently been used as a junkyard by some aliens. We found all kinds of weird machinery on the surface, and it's just stuck in the gravity well. So, yeah, I guess we're not going to figure anything out from this. There's no science to be had, but hey, we could mine it for valuable minerals and metals. It's going to be great. It's not that exciting. It has been discovered that the bastard space aliens that destroyed our first exploration fleet actually were just ancient mining drones, and we got our ass kicked by mining drones. What is this, the first Star Trek? This is insane. I don't know what we're gonna do here. We can take them apart and analyze them, or we could try to find more of them in the nearby area. I think we need revenge. I don't think we want to find any more of these things, or maybe we want to find them all and kill them. No, we want to kill them. Yeah, let's do that. All right, we've done some exploration of Alpha Centauri 2, the largest planet near to us, and it looks pretty good. I'm trying to find a right spot. Man, there's a lot of science on this planet. Look at this. This is a science-rife planet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 science slots on this planet. That's kind of a little insane. And I'm very happy to have it, and I'm going to make it work. But there's no good place to touch down, and that's disappointing. All right, we've just unlocked our first tradition by getting enough unity. Now, a lot of these are very obviously combat-oriented, diplomacy-oriented. All of those kind of like not super useful when we don't know anybody and we can't fight anybody or talk to them. So there's also prosperity, which lowers our mining station build cost and ship build costs. That's pretty valuable. Private colony ship means we can buy colony ship with energy credits instead of spending minerals. That actually seems pretty good too. Discovery gives us research station build reductions and increases research speed at the end. This is all about science and accelerating that. That seems pretty good too. And harmony is all about happiness of the population and strength and unity and things like that. Lifespan increases. Those are all good. But man, I can't help but take expansion first every time. Every time. It's so good for early expansion. I can't not. I'm just going to be doing that every game. I don't know. It's too good. Man, another thing I noticed, Alpha Centauri is just useless. Literally, that planet is the only thing that has any value in the entire system. There's no minerals. There's no anything else. This monolith might provide some minerals or energy credits or something, but man, that's going to be harsh. Let's see. What else can we get next down here in the engineering section? We could get Corvette assembly yards. I'm a little concerned about... Oh, we got a habitable world survey. Ah, yes, we must find more habitable worlds. We'll get stuff. We don't need the influence right now, so we might as well. So this is an interesting choice. I think I would like to... This gets closer to destroyers, and getting those early can be pretty valuable. Corvette assembly yards decreasing the cost of your corvettes is actually pretty significant as well. And while I really like having the ion thrusters, especially with the current using the Stargate technology, getting your units to move quickly from place to place requires that. But we don't have the power to put these on our ships yet, so let's do improved spacecraft, and we'll wait to get more fusion generators in the physics department. That should be good. All right, we've surveyed Sirius now, so we have Alpha Centauri as our first place and Sirius as our second place. In fact, I think we have enough minerals now to colonize Alpha Centauri. The real question is, where do we put the center? Because the center now only generates energy credits and unity, and it boosts food and mineral and energy credit production, but there's just no good place where those boosting benefits are going to really play into account. I guess I'm going to stick it here, which will eventually boost this one and this one. It won't be too wasted overall, and it's not going to block anything, so that seems like as good a place as any. This would boost here and here, actually, and it would boost earlier. It wouldn't boost these because it doesn't boost science, but that's okay. The adjacency bonuses can be to 2 of these, and it'll boost this one earlier because we won't have 2 blockers next to us. So let's put it there. And we gotta give it a name. We're going to continue to name it ancient Roman names. That's what it's going to do. Boom. All right, we're building it in Rome. The ships are sailing. We're going to set up our first colony. Oh, and we got a chance to actually take a look at Sirius 3 here, which is also valuable. Atmospheric aphrodisiac. Now, this is concerning because, hey, growth time and habitability is great. People love being here because they have a sort of low natural high all the time. But that's going to kind of turn them into hippies, man. Like, what's with all the autocratic stuff? Like, that's concerning. And then we have the natural beauty of the planet. Wow. So this is a beautiful planet that gives you a natural high by being here. That's interesting. And we definitely want to colonize this soon. It's not quite as big as we would have hoped. It's only 15. But, you know, it's okay. It's okay. It's a perfectly suitable planet. Wow. Another completely dead system. Sirius also has nothing to offer except this habitable planet. Like, compared to Sol, where it gets 12 minerals and 4 energy credits, these have 0 once we colonize those planets. That's pretty tough. We've only got 2 other stars in our starting sphere of influence that could actually give us, you know, stuff to mine. That's a little bit concerning. Which actually makes me think I'm glad that we went with the expansion path, because we're going to need to build a lot of colonies quickly, and the only way to do that is the expansion path. Oh man, this is a really tough choice. We could get terraforming. We could terraform Mars. Maybe. We'd have to get at least some of these terraforming minerals, and maybe that's what's on those planets. Maybe we'll find them because there's nothing else there. Maybe there are strategic resources there. I have to take this choice. I mean, orbital hydroponic farms are kind of nice. They allow your space stations to do something other than crank out military units, but military academies are also good, but I'm not going to be fighting anybody soon. So yeah, we're definitely going for terraforming. It's going to take a long time, 88 months, but man, I really want to terraform Mars. That's just an awesome goal, and we have to make it happen. Meanwhile, we're only 1 month away from getting our gravitic sensors, and we're going to have to put that on our science ship, I think. So we got to upgrade that. Let's go to the ship designer and take a look. Where is it? Science ship, the Wayfarer. There we go. Gravitic sensors increases tracking and sensor range. Boom. I actually want to put it on everything. Although it does use up more power, doesn't it? If I put it on my Corvette, yeah, it uses a little more power. We'll put it on there for now, though. Having the extra sensor range can be pretty valuable for detecting incoming enemies and things like that. I want all my ships to have that eventually, but maybe we'll have to get some more power before we do it. Either way, I'm pretty sure we did not have to... Where is it? I'm in the wrong physics. Gravitic sensors. It just flat increased the survey speed whether the science ship has the gravitic sensors or not. So we don't have to put that on our science ship just yet. We got an early option to use administrative AI, and as valuable as power plants can be, they're really more valuable once you get a bunch of planets under your control and you get the tile blockers out of the way so you can build a lot of them. I'm going to really take this administrative AI. Bonus research speed for the rest of the game. So we only lost that 5% boost for the first 4 years. I'm totally all over it. The good news is that Bernard Star didn't have nothing, but it still only had 4 resources to mine. So there's that. We are just striking out here on the main basic resources, and we're going to have to make up for it somewhere. Meanwhile, we still have these stupid mining drones to worry about, so I can't expand in that direction. I can't expand in this direction. I'm just going to have to keep looking at all the other territories around us and look for more habitable planets to maybe expand my influence, or at the very least to put out some of those expansion areas, the specialty frontier outposts. So I'm a little concerned because I had hoped to get some more military application research by this point. It's been 5 years, but we still have the base model of our ships, except for the upgrade of the sensors.
System survey complete.
And we actually, there we go, we got 7 resources over there, so at least that's something for us. But I'm concerned. I want to make more ships, but I don't want to make crappy ships, especially because they cost maintenance. I'm going to save up a bunch of money and then make a bunch of Corvettes just so we have something to defend ourselves with, even if they're not top of the line. Ooh, good news. We found another continent world. This one is size 16. That's the size of Earth in this example. And we're going to explore it right now. Let's see if it has any awesome properties here. Whoa. Artifacts of an ancient alien civilization on TRAPPIST 5. They must have been active 12 million years ago. These aliens, who call themselves the Voltam Star Assembly, were worm-like aliens roughly 3 to 4 meters in length that communicated primarily through vibrations carried along their segmented bodies. We'll have to find out more about these Voltam. I've never seen this one. I've seen the robotic ancient aliens. I've seen the First League, but I've never seen these guys before. So, yeah, we're going to have to find more about those guys, precursors. The precursor trees are so cool. I love finding them. I've only gotten to the end of, like, one of them, though. We found another ancient precursor. Boom, right there. We already found it. Go back. Take care of that. We want this scientist to get leveled up to level 4 so she can go back. There's a level 3 anomaly I want to go explore, but it's pretty risky to do with only a level 3 scientist, even if she's got archaeologist. The birth of space piracy. The Dread Fiends are out there. Now we definitely have to build some ships. Okay, going back to Roma. We're going to get ourselves a spaceport upgrade. Didn't we get that? No, we didn't get it. Are we working on it now? Is that? No, we missed. There it is. Okay, yeah, as soon as 68 months. Holy cow. That's going to take forever at the current rate. We're going to need to find some engineering research and make this happen. This is new. Blast they created in the crater seems to have originated from inside the facility itself. Volta mining technologies were radically different. Okay, so we found a thing here. What does it require? Can we skill 4 or higher? We only have a skill 3. Well, I need to keep this scientist alive because this archaeologist trait is amazing. So I can't risk sending her to the other anomaly until it's a much lower risk. So we're going to get her to level 4 first.
Evading hostile fleet.
Oh no, we have the hostile Dread Pirate Fleet. Yeah, okay. No more waiting. Corvette. We gotta do it. We can't not, right? We have to. So, yeah, our mining operations in Turbik are going to be under attack here soon, and at least our construction ship is going to get out of the way. This sucks. Yep, there goes our mining stations, because we didn't... Well, we lost our initial fleet and then never built another one, hoping that we could save some money by building up a brand new fleet with brand new technology. But, unfortunately, that's not the case. So, yeah. Alright, well, we've learned our lesson here. Our mining operations might actually take out one of them, maybe, if we get very lucky. We found more ancient mining drones. Alright, we need to take every opportunity to pick military application research for the next little while. And we need to get research happening everywhere we can. I mean, we could do so much more than we're currently doing. We're doing 766. That's too weak. We need more research, which means we need to go to Seoul, and we need to unlock some of these blockers that could get us some research. Industrial wasteland. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Chuck it all out and do some science there. Alright, the Capua colony has been completed, so we need to build ourselves some basic hydroponic farms here for it. And then, yeah, is that the only one? It's the only one that we can do anymore. We could build more hydroponic farms, or we could get more minerals out of this planet. I mean, we've got a decent amount of food coming in, and the growth rate of this planet is... It's hard to see how the new formula works. 2 existing pops, genome mapping, habitability... 1.44 per month. So I guess 1 per month is the base, and then this increases it by what? It's hard to tell how this new system actually works. Okay, I did a little quick wikiing, and the way that it works is all of these pops grow by default at 1 progress per month. The 0.44 is the excess we get for the current amount of bonus surplus food that we have left over. And essentially this is a relative number. So 10 right now is going to give me 0.44 extra per month. But if my empire was super large and I only had plus 10, it would give a lot less. So the amount of surplus you need to gain a decent increase in population growth is relative to the size of your empire, the number of pops in it. So you still need to build a bunch of extra hydroponics farms. You can't just sit pretty at 10 and say, yeah, let's keep it right around at 10 if you want your empire to grow well. So that's pretty interesting, and I'm totally okay with building a mineral base here, just not yet. It's going to take a while still. Alright, the pirates have shown up again. We found them in Bernard's Star. We sent our construction ship there to build some mining operations, but this time we have a force ready, and we need to get our general, our admiral, involved in this and send in the first strike force to deal with them. Now, they are at least weakened from destroying our previous mining stations, and that will be their downfall, because we have our ships coming in. Our ships are stronger, they have a better leader, and they are at full strength. And here comes the bad guy. Oh no, is he going to get my construction ship? Get there in time, first strike force. We believe in you. Oh, and this whole time we also have a brand new tradition available. We could increase war demand costs. These don't help us in combat at all. Border range increases, though. I'm really tempted to take that. I like it. And it would help us because we don't have anything to mine within our borders at the moment. Maybe next time. Right now, I think Capita Buildings building an additional unity is going to help us get more of these traditions faster. So let's do that. Boom. Now, let's see. Our construction ship escaped, but they're MIA. We don't know where they are. They're missing in action. We got to try and defend this station, though. And the first strike force is on the way. How long until they get there? They're here! They're here! This is why I like having faster ships, because now you see that they're finally warping in. It's going to take them forever to get over there. The mining station's going to be down to half health by the time you make it. Can they win? Can they get there in time? Save them! Yes! So we've caught their attention and saved the mining station. And wow, that's a lot of missiles flying back and forth. Their shields are already down. The Admiral will get a grand return for this victory they bring. It might even be a bloodless victory.
System survey complete.
In fact, it's looking like it. Hang in there, RMS Domino. Yes! Bloodless victory, ladies and gentlemen. That Admiral deserves a medal, and they'll get one. So now here's a fine how do you do. I was hoping for some kind of power for my ships. Instead, I got a module that takes up more power, even though it can increase damage. It's a combat thing, but I need the power. But they both take so long to research, and assist research is not going to help me at all right now, unless I built another science ship specifically for it. However, this module could be very useful on Capua, which we know is our super science area. So I'm going to be at the observatory, especially because it's a rare resource there, I think. A rare research. We don't get this very often. And boosting the science output of a planet that has such amazing potential for science is great. Oops, I didn't actually reselect it. There we go. All right, so now we just have to figure out where to send our construction ship now that we've dealt with the pirates. Oh boy, I think we found some kind of new, perhaps, alien menace? Home to an unusually dense asteroid belt that's displaying some unique properties. We could probably get a lot of minerals out of it, but there's already a bunch of destroyed mining stations in the belt, and there's some weird stuff going on. I don't want my science officer, my super awesome science officer, doing anything in this area. It seems like a very bad idea. We'll come back with a less, what's the word? A less, more expendable science officer, I think, is what we're going to do. Instead, you're just going to explore the safer systems. And then I need to actually get a space station built above Capua, because I learned the hard way last time. If you don't build a spaceport and you run up against a aggressive enemy, they might show up with 25 ships and try to take all your stuff. I don't want that. Well, we found a new alien menace in the place that was supposed to be safe. So there's that. Hopefully we can find something more about them before we send our delicate scientists back. So we'll interrupt our current research to do a special project there. We just picked up a new faction for the first time, the Imperial Unity Movement.
Research complete.
They are looking for a centralization of power. They're the autocratic side of our government and people.
Complete.
So they're not happy that we don't have hereditary rule, but they are happy that we have the caste system in a stratified society. So that makes them perfectly, completely neutral. So I'm okay with just kind of ignoring them for a while. Well, we got new research, and it does have some combat capabilities, in the sense that we can put this on our ships without having to worry about power. We didn't get shields, but we can put nanocomposite on all of our ships and make them better, so we might as well. It's still going to take a long time at our current research rates. We need to increase those, and Capua is the key to doing that, but I need a spaceport ASAP. Alright, so we discovered the Void Clouds. That was the menace we found at Ardocted. And we've got a Void Cloud observation, so that might tell us more about them. Maybe we can... I can't remember what we get to do with them. An anomaly at Unar 2A. I have to wait until she gets to level 4 before I send her on these missions. I can't accept the 20% failure risk with such a bright pupil. I've got a couple of them now. I've got a level 3, and I think there's a level 2 somewhere around there that I didn't do yet. No, I think we did all the level 2s. All right, well, she's got to keep finding more things. We finally got some research done. There's the observatory. We're going to put that around Capua and make it our super scientific research thing. We've managed to get a ton of physics research. That is just out there. We're building it. And finally, we have access to fusion power and therefore also deflector shields. Fusion power has to come first, however, because if you don't have well, let's look at what we have powering our ships right now. If we look at our Corvette, we could put shields on it, actually, so I think that might be a better option. We'll go with shields first and then come back to the fusion power. I hope we'll get it. All right, let's do it. Our science ship has come under attack, and we have stumbled upon the pirate lair for the Dread Fiends. We're sending in the first strike force to eliminate it. In the meantime, we need our science ship to GTFO, and I think I'm actually going to have them go right to here and research that as their main priority. We got to keep her alive. No, that means get away from the bad thing that's trying to kill you. Yeah, that's a good idea. So we're going to wipe out the pirates, hopefully, right now. And there actually looks like there's quite a lot of minerals in this area, so I might build a frontier outpost here to take advantage of these 3 systems. I'd love to build it over here. I just don't think it would reach to the 6 minerals over here. It's a hard choice, yeah. Now, wait a minute. These ones have stations already? How do they have stations? I think we need to build a frontier outpost right here in case there are aliens on our doorstep. Our science ship is MIA. Oh, man, I'm building a frontier outpost over here to also attempt to expand into this region and go further up here. But I saw something. I saw something. It flickered past my sensors. It looked like a cruiser. It had the 3 dots on it, like a cruiser. And it flew past my sensors going this way, and then I never saw it again. That scared the crap out of me. We're only 12 years into this game. We don't have cruisers. We don't even have destroyers yet. This is... It's kind of like turning into a horror movie here. Now, this is insane. I built a backup science officer and sent it to explore the things that were a little bit risky. And we found a ship, like, buried in the sand of this planet with its engine still firing. That's what we were able to detect. And now they want us to send a military ship overhead and see what happens. Okay, I'm sending my whole force and hoping. Alright, let's find out. Head in the sand. Successfully raise a submerged alien vessel. It's empty and almost stripped bare. They abandoned ship before it was left to burrow into the particulate surface. Took most of the ship's non-critical internals. The engineers of the First Strike Force managed to essentially hotwire the vessel. Huh! We gained a Corvette ship. What does this ship have? It's 50, which is actually better than what we've got. And our fighting with the pirates actually gave us quite a bit to study. That's good. That's actually really good. They had red lasers. We didn't have red lasers. All right. Well, we're going to have to take that and make our own advantage out of it. All right, well, I've upgraded our Peerless class Corvette. Peerless in how crappy they are, apparently. We got a few shields on there. That's all we were really able to do. We have shields and sensors. Yay, I guess. So, yeah, we're going to send them and our quote-unquote expendable science ship to explore this weird belt with crystalline structures that may be aliens, question mark? We'll have to find out. I mean, it's really interesting. Normally, I'd be all over just colonizing these things immediately, but the amount of consumer goods required by POPs really does change. Whoa, something just left my sensor range there, and I don't know what it was, and now I'm concerned again. I missed it. Did you guys see it? What was it? All right, I'm sending my science ship, escorted by my military, my entire military, may or may not be a good idea, to explore this Coria system, the one with the weird crystalline asteroid belt. We're going to see what happens. Meanwhile, our really good officer is continuing to improve. There's a few anomalies we need her to take care of soon, but once she gets to level 5, she can explore all those precursor events. All right, so let's see what there is to find out about this weird asteroid belt. In fact, I wonder if my military ship shouldn't kind of hang back. Just be nearby to help.
Project complete.
We established communications with the Clixtac Bloodborne. Diplomatic channels are now open. We gained some influence. So, let's see. These guys are fanatical purifiers. You think your roach-looking body is more pure than ours? Militarist, fanatic xenophobe. We're not going to make friends with them, is what it comes down to. Your kind will not threaten us, is what I will say. First alien encounter. We have to assume the worst because we're xenophobic. So where are they? Oh, they're up there in the north, huh? They've only got 2 settlements as well, 2 star systems under their control, although I did expand a little bit to this frontier outpost. And I probably will expand again soon. We've also got more traditions available, so we could pop growth time down would be good, and colony development speed increase. That's both good. I already did grab the tradition cost reduction, so let's grab this. And in the future, I might consider the border growth option, but I do really like getting those ascension perks as soon as possible. We're also low on energy credits, and I was going to take care of that on my capital by building a power plant here. But the next guy is actually going to go building a mineral base. We have tons of credits in reserve at the moment, so we're okay. We don't need to waste time or money on that. The construction ship here, however, I need them Like, I need them to build a frontier outpost here. There are more things being built here, and I don't know who's there, but if I build a frontier outpost here, I might be able to claim it from them. So let's see if we can't make that happen. So after she's done investigating what she's investigating, we need her to survey this system, and hopefully we can have the first strike force come to help. But anyway, we're back to here. We need to find out what's going on in this weird Coria system. We must know. Oh, and by the way, you guys are totally our rivals. Well, this is weird. I don't know that it's supposed to be like that, but yeah, declare rivalry, because we're not gonna roll over for your fanatical purifying over here. Just not gonna be happening. We don't hold with that. They also declared a rivalry. Okay, so we're gonna look at this Class M star. Doesn't look very bright, does it? The whole thing looks very dark over here in Coria. I mean, it's red, but I don't know. While conducting the survey, we detect the remains of an automated shipyard in orbit, at least 1,000 years old. One of its manufacturing bays is still in working condition. Oh, okay. We could gain a ship. This could be very valuable. Let's go take that as our first option. What do we need to do it? Yeah, we can do it. Okay, so we'll hold control and shift to put this at the front of her queue. And we'll get ourselves, maybe, a cool cruiser, if we're lucky. Probably a destroyer or a corvette, but I'm hoping for a cruiser. Probably not a cruiser. Whoa! Look at that rock! I have to put a frontier outpost here. I have to. Like, immediately. If that's one place, the rest are going to be awesome. Hopefully. But there's already a lot of minerals. We don't have a huge amount of influence, and I'm going to use my last frontier outpost in the south. Ugh. Although, actually, the expansion traditions, when I finish it, reduces the frontier outpost upkeep by 50%, so that's awesome. This place is insane! Yes! Get there! Get the construction ship to there! Now! But I feel like still... Like, the last shoe hasn't dropped here, right? There's something else. That was a very ominous message at the beginning. Like, there's a bunch of destroyed ships here, and we don't know why. And there's weird readings coming off of these mineral crystal things. I'm going to come in and build a frontier outpost anyway. At the very least, it'll push him back a little bit from this area. Alright, so our science ship at Nedham is almost finished getting us exploring that ancient ship factory here.
Special project complete.
The facility immediately resumed its construction order because we got power back to it. 3 advanced raiders of an unknown design. The ancient facility broke down completely afterwards. We have sent crews to the new ships and commissioned them into our fleet. And our awesome scientist gets 200 experience for that. That's great. Okay. So you are going to group up with them. Boom. Meanwhile, let's go back to the science ship around Coria and find out... Is there anything else to find here other than just how frickin' incredible this place is? I mean, everything else was so barren. And this is, like, super amazing. All the stuff that could have been on these planets is instead over here, right? That's crazy. And I really am so concerned that this construction ship will not finish before they somehow build an expansion into this territory. Ah, get to it! We've almost finished entirely probing this area. It doesn't look like we'll need the military.
Complete.
We won't need the military. That's crazy. Okay. Well, we're going to send the military to escort the science ship to here and survey this system because I immediately want to turn the construction ship around and build a frontier outpost here so I can try to claim this area because there's definitely somebody to the south of us. And we know there's somebody to the north of us, and we need to take as much territory as possible before we get into a big fight here. And Rome is going to need to build some power plants, because now we're running a pretty significant deficit here. So that'll come soon. And you know what? Man, our construction ship is going to be so
complete.
overworked here. Research complete. Synchronized defenses is a nice one to have. Fusion power, there we go. And we're going to unlock fusion missiles, so having fusion power will let us do a lot more there. Point defense could be good too, but I'm going to grab the fusion reactor. It's just been a long time coming for us. Alright, we were unable to prevent the Erasmodons from finding us in time. Luckily, Quam is outside of their jurisdiction, so we might just finish... It looks like, actually, Erasmodon is going to be a colony of theirs. So we have to deal with that. These guys are Federation builders, and they're probably... I mean, they don't like us very much because we're autocratic and militaristic, so we're probably not going to be friends with them, even though I wouldn't mind being friends with them. But it's okay. We're going to expand to the north first regardless. Maybe we can be friends with them after. Oh, we found some bird people. Slaving despots. Rely on military expansion to secure a steady supply of slaves for their mines and farms. Actually kind of sounds like the ancient Roman Republic, but, well, Empire too. But, yeah, we need to show that we're not threatened by them. So we could go north and not run into any good guys, right? Like, we won't mind crushing the slavers and all these other guys. I mean, we kind of have slaves, kind of. It's really more like a caste system. The people on the lower caste, they're not happy about being on the lower castes because they don't really get any rights. But, you know, they're not slaves per se. No! Damn it, we were like 10% away from finishing our frontier outpost and Erasmodon expanded. That makes me so angry. Look, at Quam was really good, too. Well, maybe if I build one in Traxolico, I can push it out. Ugh, that's very disappointing. We got the resources back, I guess there's that. Alright, I finally feel comfortable sending my fleet out to deal with some of these mining drones. We got quite a few of them all around our area here. So we're sending them to the weakest ones first to build up some good, solid intel on how to fight them with our general, as well as to give us time to build up maybe destroyers or even at least better missile technology. Let's see what we can do here. We do have shielding, but our lead ship is not going to survive. Nope, it's not going to survive. This is going to be a bloody one. A little concerned about that, but let's build a few more to replace the losses. Meanwhile, we're still trying to finish constructing all the amazing mining opportunities in that one belt. I'm still nervous about something popping up there later, but it is what it is, I suppose. We finally have fusion missiles. Excellent. Now I feel a little bit better about sending my military out. We could start researching things other than missiles, or get better thrusters, which does increase our chance to evade, so that does help with all our corvettes at this point. Afterburners just increases combat speed, allows us to close better, which our missiles don't require us to do. Lasers would, though. Lasers are very good close-range things. I think we're going to go with ion thrusters, but engineering facility, actually, engineering is our weakest place, so let's get engineering facility unlocked. We can get more science faster. That's the idea. Oh ho! The drones have energy cells that we can drain and convert to credits. So we get to basically blow them up and get money for it, which is pretty awesome. Alright, so we've unlocked level 2 fusion missiles, and we've unlocked level 2 fusion reactors, which should mean that we are now in a place to upgrade our corvettes to a better and superior design. So now that's going to pretty significantly improve our fleet and maybe allow us to go and deal with the rest of these mining ships. We'll go from 574 to probably 650 or 700, I think. We'll see. They're upgrading right now, or they're waiting. They're waiting to upgrade. They're waiting to get the required minerals. So let's speed things up then and make that happen. Booyah. They're upgrading now. We went up to 612. That wasn't a huge increase, so we're going to have to build a few more in order to conquer the next set of bad guys. Man, we've hit another really tough decision. I do definitely want to increase my monthly influence because it's pretty low right now. And the administrative path can unlock some really good stuff. But man, we can maybe find some strategic resources in this desolate place. I never found any terraforming resources so far. And I really want to terraform Mars. So that's probably not something that we can do without those resources. I haven't seen the new system. Let's see, where's Mars? There's Mars. Terraform into a continental world. We have to have a special technology, climate restoration, apparently. So not just terraforming to find the gases, we also have to have the right technology and a ton of money. That's going to take a while. All right, well, let's continue on. Red alert! Red alert! Swarming hivecraft are hitting our mining stations. These unidentified aggressors swarmed out of several previously dormant asteroids in the belt and are now displaying huge power signatures. Hive for a previously unknown spaceborne life form. Whatever they are, they're expanding. Our expanding mining operations seem to have provoked them into action. Hold up. What kind of strength? Holy shit! Okay. Well, we're not going to hold on to this one, I tell you what. Jesus. That's a lot of strength. We'll be coming back here in maybe 100, 150 years to deal with this nonsense. Just, nope. We're just going to nope right the hell out of there. And hopefully we gained enough minerals to recoup the cost of all those mineral mining stations. Oh, that's disappointing. Well, hopefully they don't expand from that system. That's all I'm going to say. Meanwhile, I am working on culling down the mining drones in this area and converting them directly into energy. That's the hope anyway. Which means we need to send our science ships to research this, and our other science ship can survey the system. There might be something valuable here to collect in terms of mining. And I do get to keep Quam just barely in my space. Just barely. Thanks to this frontier outpost. I think we need to get the option on the next tradition that gives us the expansion of our borders. Yep, as much as I like going down this tree to get the final ascension perk, I'm definitely taking the border range increase here to make sure we hold Quam under our control on this border. So if we do that, then it should recalculate. Oh wow, that didn't expand it a lot at all, did it? Wow, okay, we're going to need more colonies. Right now I'm trying to deal with this deficit that kept getting worse and worse, and now I'm building mining, credit mining areas as fast as possible. Alright, so we found more about this Voltam civilization, the precursor civilization. We salvaged its transmitter array. The main purpose was apparently to preach the dominant Voltam philosophy to neighboring civilizations. Its message speaks of the need to disconnect and to embrace true existence. Huh. So we got a special project. So we can send our best scientist there to go and research that. No, we can't? Oh, we need skill 5 or higher. Yikes. Okay. So that's going to be a problem. We're going to need to continue exploring with this guy. It's not enough. We know there are enemies here. I need to rebuild my military because I lost some guys. And we are getting destroyers. They will become available soon. After that, I'm going to... You know what? I gotta get these 2 areas inhabited right now and start producing more stuff. And I need to get the technology that reduces tile blockers or removes tile blockers because Kappa is running out of room too. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff to do right now. Oh man, we got to it too late. I was assuming that we were going to get more money out of these damn robots, but it didn't, the mining drones, but it didn't turn out that way. I've got my construction ships working on dealing with this energy credit crisis. There's a ton of unexploited energy credits that I'm working on right now, but it's still going to be a little bit before I can get back in the positive. Both construction ships are working non-stop round the clock. And I found the thing I actually should have found a while ago, the drone bounty. This would have given me an extra 50 credits for each of those fleets that I destroyed so far. Well, I'll activate it now, as useless as it is at this point, but I'll still need the credits. I am out of places to build more energy credit locations, so I'm going back to Korea, and I'm going to try to get energy credit mining stations on the outer planets, and maybe those mining aliens won't care. Maybe. Here's the moment of truth.
Special project.
Oh, a special project. Excellent. Got a bunch of engineering research. Good. We need to get the one that gives us mining or energy credit to power generation plants on our planets upgradable. Ah, okay. Nope. Run away. Run away from the big bad thing until you can retreat. Which is actually emergency FTL jump right now. There we go. So that was a no-go. Instead, I've been building a power plant on Capua here. And I think he is going to go over there and take over that spot. On Rome, I don't have anything else that could be powered. I could build another science section here, but that'll just increase my power needs. There we go. Somehow we've managed to go positive energy credits, even if it's a teeny tiny bit. And we're losing again. Damn it. It's because that construction ship disappeared, isn't it? Let's disband the construction ship. That'll get us into the positive, which will then allow us to maybe build up a surplus that we can use to rebuild our fleet and go after more of these drones, which will give us more opportunity to find more mining areas. I can't expand new colonies without energy credits. It's expensive. Although I could get some more from new colonies. All right, our research is back on full track. Solar panel network is going to help bail us out. It's going to give us at least +6 once we build it on both of our space stations here. But in order to do that, we need to upgrade to the next spaceport. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Werewolf-class destroyer. We're going to throw this out there with everything else that we've got and see how much damage we can do against these damn drones now that we have the proper edict in place. Well, I think we found the weird alien destroyer or cruiser that was flying through our system, the Galactic Nomads. We finally did a research project once they came through one more time. We found them. They're just out there. They're going. And we don't know where. That's all we know for now. I guess check back later. Alright, I've built the fleet up. Hopefully it's strong enough now to take out more of these mining drones without losing multiple of our corvettes in the process. I can barely support them with the amount of energy credits I'm producing, but I am putting some solar panel networks on my outer reaches here. And hopefully, with Research Alternatives +1, we'll get access to new and better technology. Oh, this is the Void Cloud. We get bonuses against that. Kill it! Don't let it stand in our way. We need to get our science ship up to level 5. And she's going to die in like 20 years. Oh my god, that thing's a destroyer. Or cruiser. Jeez. A new faction. The Human Dominance Party. What do they want? The Human Dominance Party wants declare war against other Xenos to make them temporarily happy. Ruler to be of our species will be angered. Okay, so nothing really happens here unless I make some other faction the ruler. And I can make them kind of happy by declaring war on other Xenos. Oh, wow. That thing's got a lot of shields, but they're going down fast now, and it's lightning attacks against us.
Situation log updated. Construction complete.
Let's research that project and then survey the system. All right, that was easy. We didn't lose anybody, actually, but we're going to go and repair anyway. And then maybe add another destroyer class? 3 of them leading the fleet here? Gulp. Sure. And at least we can explore a new system that's in our domain. We have 2 more that we have not yet fully explored that hopefully will have some energy credits that we can research off of those. Meanwhile, we need to probably clear this. We cannot afford to clear this tile just yet. Well, let's build another power plant then for this. Check our home system here. I think we've upgraded every tile we can upgrade. Except we haven't upgraded these to full research labs. They're just the basic science labs at the moment. Alright. So now that our ship is repairing, we're building one more destroyer. We're going to send them off after more of the mining drones. And we'll see what happens. All right. Well, we've at least got +2 energy credits out of this system, and that's more than I'd ever hoped for. Let's hope we get a few more out of this system as well. There's a gas giant here. No, it's a frozen world. Gas giants are usually where you'll find more of the energy credit options, but unfortunately I don't see any here. We get a new set of options. Energy siphon would be good. Frontier Hospital. I'm about to start colonizing again, and the faster that we grow and get off of that, that's pretty damn good, having that to replace. Yeah, I want it. I got the first one already, but I haven't even had a chance to use it. I've only colonized one other place. I have to save up and colonize another spot, especially because I think Trappist has a +2 energy credits here that could be valuable to us. And the other one even has a +1, so there's still a way that we could benefit from that. We just have to have enough energy credits to do the colonizing in the first place, and that's what we're working on right now. I do really like this expansion planner, and I'm definitely going to expand to both of these planets very soon, but this one does have more of both the growth and the energy credits. And even though this one has the cool atmospheric blah 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 and the growth time, I'm still going for this one first, and we're going to colonize it from home, and we're going to put this where? I think we're going to put it here, because this will allow us to boost this and this. And we do need to boost that. Now we need the next one. Antium. There we go. So that's in the progress of happening. And we should... Now we do have actually +11 because our strike force is back orbiting the home system, so we gain some credits that way. And now they are fully repaired and ready to go after these aliens. Galactic nomads aboard the Pursuing Waters fleet have sent us a parting message. They are leaving our galaxy. I wonder if we missed an opportunity there with them passing through and not being able to do anything with them. Because we're not advanced enough, maybe? Who knows?
Debris analyzed.
Analyze some debris. That's good. And hopefully we'll get...
Anomaly found.
Oh, we got an anomaly. Okay. Small object in rapid orbit around the star. Small size and high velocity. Ooh, okay. Definitely go take a look at that one. I believe in you. 10% chance of failure. Oh, God, though. Come on. Yep, we should be doing well over here, though. Yeah, 960 versus the 594. We'll probably lose the leading Corvette. No, we might not. Oh, this Corvette instead. There it goes. All right, well, we're going to need to replace that one. I love the new rally point system, by the way. Can we destroy the rest of the fleet without losing any other Corvettes? It looks like we can. Seems a ceramic container circling the star. It should obviously not be there, yet somehow it managed to find its way into a close orbit. A special project can be issued investigating or why would you ever... Oh, because you get influence for some reason. I don't know why they even give that out as an option. I guess if you're really hard up on influence, it might be valuable, but... Improbable ceramics. And it only requires a 2 or higher, so we can definitely do that in a moment. Meanwhile, let's get this force back onto orbiting Roma so that we get the reduction in maintenance costs. And...
Anomaly found.
Anomaly found. She found another anomaly. Jeez, this system is rife with interesting things to study. Alright, so she's going to study that anomaly, and then I want her to go back and research this project as well. Meanwhile, construction ship could... Oh, wow, you know what? 6 from a single asteroid is worth a mining station. The mining station is going to cost us some of our valuable energy credits, but still. What here hasn't been done? Oh, it requires 5 or higher to really look into this satellite that was left behind by the precursor civilizations. All right, so we still haven't gotten the technology yet that gives us better power plants on our planets, and that's kind of concerning, but I guess we'll just keep on keeping on. It's got to be coming soon, right? That's a very early one. It has a high chance of popping back up. Ay, ay, ay. We spent what must have been 2 years studying this stupid ceramic pot, and we have no answers. So we get a bunch of influence for free. I guess there's that. Well, thanks, I guess. And we didn't even get any experience for our scientists. They just completely futzed that one up. All right, it's been about an hour's worth of recording here, even though we've been playing for 3 hours or so in real time, so that's so far doing well. Let's take a look at what we've got so far. I did put the colony ships out there and got the 2 new colonies. Now we're just over our limit of directly controlled sectors here. However, we're just about to finish the expansion sector, which will give us a total limit of 5 controlled systems that we can have. So we'll be able to delete the Genoa sector soon, and they'll just be part of our core territory. There's nowhere else to expand without going to war, and I think going to war with these guys is a good idea, because at the moment... Oops. Well, there we go. These guys have a, they have a pact, if I remember correctly. They have a pact with each other, a defensive pact, so we don't want to attack them without first completely taking over the Silixtac Bloodborne. So that's got to happen. It's got to happen soon, because we're running out of space and time here. We don't have much left to do in this little sector of space. Now that we've finally got our energy credits under control, and we can expand to these 2 new areas, and now I can start expanding and getting all of these other places that I haven't been putting our mining and research stations on because I couldn't afford it with the energy credits. So we're in a good position. The next time we will probably be preparing for war with the Clixtac Bloodborne, who don't currently have any allies, nor do they have any defensive pacts. So it'll be just us versus them, and we're about equivalent. We'll just have to see how it goes. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.